Now let's look at the last page, 29 through 34. I took off 35, so you can cancel that if you tried it. No big deal. We will look at that more when we get back after Christmas. So let's start it with number 25. They want us to write all of our final answers in slope-intercept form. And remember, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. And what we need to use in order to solve any of these problems is our point slope, and you'll see why in a minute. Let's look at number 25. It says, write the equation of the line that passes through the point -6, 1, and has a slope of 1/2. So we have a point of -6, 1, and m equals 1/2. And when we solve this, we're going to use our point slope form because we have now a point and our slope, so that makes sense. So our point slope form is y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. Okay, so what we're basically filling in here is going to be our y1, our x1, and our slope. Okay, so we're given all of that information because remember, this is x1 and this is y1, so we just have to substitute it into our problem. So let's go ahead and set that up. Y minus y1, which is 1, equals our slope of 1/2 times x minus a -6. So remember, when we have two negatives side by side, that just becomes a positive. So then we are going to solve y minus 1 equals 1/2 x plus 3, because I'm distributing this 1/2 to everything inside. Distributing the 1/2 to everything inside of the parentheses. So now all we have left is add 1 to both sides. So then y equals 1/2 x plus 4, and this will be our slope-intercept or our linear equation because these form straight lines. Let's look at number 30. Number 30 is a little different than 29. The only difference really between them is that instead of giving us a point and a slope, they give us 2 points. But remember, we can find the slope of 2 points. So our slope of 2 points is going to be the difference in the y's over the difference in the x's. Equals 5 over -5, simplifies to -1. Always simplify. Make your life simpler by simplifying your fractions if possible. Not always possible, but if it is possible, simplify your fraction. All right, now we have our slope, and we can just pick a point that they give us. So let's just pick the first one of 3, 1, and we're going to substitute it all into our point slope form. So y minus our first point, which is 1, equals our slope of -1 times x minus our x1 point, which is 3. So now y minus 1 equals, distribute this, so -x plus 3, add 1 to both sides, and our answer will be y equals -x plus 4 for slope-intercept. Now let's look at 31. Same principle. The only difference is we have to find our slope a different way. So they give us a point and they give us a graph. So instead of finding our slope using 2 points or automatically giving us the slope, we have to find it using rise over run. So slope is also rise over run. So we're going to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is our rise over our run. 1, 2. This simplifies to 3. Remember, always simplify if possible. So now we know our slope and we know a point. So we're going to set that up. Y minus -13, so that becomes a positive, equals slope times x minus a -4, so that becomes a positive as well. Let's distribute our 3. So y plus 13 equals 3x plus 12. Subtract 13 from both sides. Y equals 3x minus 1. Number 31. We're nearing the end, guys, so bear with me. 31. Write a linear equation that is parallel to 5x plus 2y equals -8 and passes through the point 8, -9. So same concept. We're still looking for slope-intercept form here. We want to write that linear equation. But the difference between all of these problems and this one is now, instead of giving us a point in the slope and then 2 points and then a point in a graph, we now get a linear equation, another one, in standard form and a point. So what do we have to do here? Well, knowing that it's in standard form, we automatically need to know to put that in slope-intercept. So let's take our problem of 5x plus 2y equals negative 8 and put that in a standard form. So subtract 5x from both sides, so 2y equals negative 5x minus 8. Divide everything by 2, so then y equals negative 5 over 2x minus 4. So our slope here will be m equals negative 5. Now we need to know the relationship. So they are parallel, meaning the slopes are the same. So if the slopes are the same, then we know we can use this slope in our point slope form. So y minus negative 9, which is positive 9, equals slope of negative 5 over 2 times x minus 8. And now we've written it in point slope form and just solve for y. So distribute our negative 5 2, so y plus 9 equals negative 5 over 2x plus negative 5 is 40 divided by 2 is 20 plus 20. So now that we have plus 20, we will get subtract, I think I messed up here. Is that 8? Yeah, x minus 8. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. So y equals negative, I was looking at the wrong problem, plus 11. So that is going to be our slope intercept and our linear equation. So remember, the difference between these is on this one you have to put it in standard. So this one you have to put it in standard form. Know that the relationships are parallel. Let's look at number 33. So number 33 is the same thing. They give us a linear equation to work from. They tell us that they're perpendicular and they give us a point. So if this slope here is m equals negative 4, then we know that the slope of our new line is perpendicular, so it must be the negative reciprocal. So the slope of our new line is going to be positive 1/4. So let's set that up. So y minus 10 equals 1/4 times x minus 4. Distribute, so y minus 10 equals 1/4 x minus 1. Add 10 to both sides, y equals 1/4 x plus 9. And that is our new linear equation for 33. The only difference between this one and this one is that you have to know that the relationship is perpendicular, so it's important you pay attention to all of the instructions that they give you. 34, let's look at the very last one. It says write a linear equation that is perpendicular, so we know it's going to be a negative reciprocal slope by just reading that, to 2x minus 5y equals 5. If we look at that, that's in standard form, so we have to convert that into slope-intercept to identify our slope, and it passes through the point that they give us. So first step here is going to be identifying our slope by converting this from standard form to slope-intercept. So 2x minus 5y equals 5. So negative 5y equals negative 2x plus 5. We're subtracting 2x from both sides. Dividing everything by negative 5, so y equals 2/5 x minus 1. So now that we have our slope of m equals 2/5, we have to find the negative reciprocal because our new slope is going to be perpendicular here. So our new slope is going to be negative 5 over 2. So now let's use point slope, y minus a negative 9, so y plus 9 equals our slope of negative 5 over 2 times x minus 2. Distribute the negative 5 over 2, so y plus 9 equals negative 5 over 2x plus 5. Subtract 9 from both sides, y equals negative 5 over 2x minus 4. So now this is our final linear equation, and you're going to have to be able to identify what those linear equations are. All right, so that was numbers 29 through 34, and that concludes our study guide for Unit 3. Your test will be tomorrow, December 17th, 100 points, 25 questions, all multiple choice. Good luck, guys.